Hi guys, thanks for joining me for this lesson. I hope you're all doing great. Now, in this video lesson, I will show you another way to cut straight edge on your fabric when you're doing small projects such as throw pillows or pillowcases. Now, I say another way because I do have two videos on the channel that tells you how to cut a straight edge on your fabric, and one of them is the pull method where you pull the yarn. The other one is a method that I show you how to cut a straight edge in 1, 2, 3 steps. As easy as 1, 2, 3. You can check those out. But right now we are going to look at how to cut a straight edge when you're doing smaller projects, right? So I have here a triangle square, my measuring tape, a straight edge, which is a yardstick, tailor's chalk, and a pair of scissors. So let's get right to it. Now, for the purpose of this demonstration, I will cut panels that are 16 by 16 for a throw cushion. So what I'll do is take my triangle square and I'll line it up on the fabric. Now, if you're using fabric that has a straight edge, then by all means, go ahead and line up your triangle square along the self edge. But if your fabric doesn't have a self edge, just go ahead and line up your square on your fabric, and then the next thing you'll do is take your tailor's chalk and draw a line along the bottom of the square, then draw another line along the back side of the square. Now, when you take your square up, you will have a right angle. Now, we want to make a cushion that's 16 by 16. So we'll have to extend this line. So what I'll do is get my straight edge, line it up against the line that I drew here, and extend the line. Then I'll do the same thing at the bottom. I'll line up the straight edge along the line that I made with the square, and I'll extend the line. Now I have 2 lines here, but I need 4 lines to cut the panel. So the next step will be to get my measuring tape, and I'm going to measure from the right angle along the bottom line 17 inches, because I am allowing an inch for the seam when I'm stitching the pillow. Now I make my mark at 17 inches. Then I'll also measure 17 inches from the right angle on this line here, and I'll mark where my 17 inches is. Then I'll go ahead and I'll line up my square along. This is how you're turning it now, this edge on the outside, and I line up the square along the line at the bottom, just where I marked the 17 inches. Then I go ahead and I draw a line at the back side of the square. Then I'll take my straight edge again, just putting it over here so you guys can see the line, and I line it up against this line, Then I extend the line. Now get my measuring tape, and I will measure from the right angle in this corner, and I'll mark 17 inches. Now I have 3 lines. The next thing I'll do is get my straight edge and right across the fabric where I marked the 17 inches here and the 17 inches on this side, I'll go ahead and I'll connect. And you can measure it, and you will see that you have 17 inches. And so you can put your measuring tape away, put your tailor's chalk away, put your square away, and you cut your panel. Now I'll take the panel that I just cut and I'll put it on top of the fabric face down. And one thing I should say to you guys is when you're doing sewing projects, it's always good to press, because sometimes you have crinkles in your fabric, and if you don't press them out, you won't get a clean cut. So I'll go ahead and I'll press the fabric. Then I'll pin the fabric just so it's not shifting around. And then I can go ahead and cut my other panel. So this is the third way I'm showing you guys how to cut straight edge on your fabric. And this is for particularly when you're doing small projects. The 1, 2, 3 method is great when you're making bigger items such as curtains and draperies. Now we have our square panels. In the next lesson, I will show you how to insert a zipper and finish off the pillow. Thanks so much for watching the video and sticking with me to the end. Now, if you learned anything from this video, please subscribe and share, and do check out the channel. There's a lot there for you to learn. I'll see you in the next video lesson. Don't forget to subscribe now.